with me dance, take it chill, yeah, pick your pace. I'm just hanging with my friends. Oh hey, get your groove on, make it sway.
Good morning, Saints, and welcome to this week's NDP Live video announcements. I'm Carlo Lanza.
Hey Saints, I'm Martin Hammond. We hope you all had a great spring break and that the start of this week has been going well for all of you. Carlo, this is awesome. Just you and me anchoring this week's announcements.
Yeah, Martin, it's exciting to be anchoring together, but we do have a lot of news to get to. The first is a reminder that this Saturday is NDP's first ever Saints 5K, happening here at NDP. Some of you have already been getting your runs in virtually, and that's great. We appreciate your enthusiasm.
Oh, this is for sure an amazing event that will be here to stay for years. So why not be a part of history and show up Saturday morning? Check-in is at 8 a.m. and the walk run will begin at 8:45. There's even a special playlist you can all listen to together, which you can access at ndpsaints.org/Saints5K.
Yeah, that playlist is awesome. Special thanks to NDP Live's Vice President Noah Lederer for helping pick out those awesome songs. Remember, Saints, the race is to help raise awareness for mental health. The cost is $25 per participant, and you get a t-shirt out of the deal. You can still register by going to ndpsaints.org/Saints5K.
Since we're on the topic of helping others, let's talk about a really amazing mission trip some NDP students took last week with Father Kurt.
Hey Saints, last week Miss Dingus and I had an opportunity to go to Aravipi Farms with K2 Adventures on a Christian service trip. And during that time, we had an opportunity to serve the poor and less fortunate by donating almost 2,000 pounds of food and close to $4,000 worth of food to a food bank there, and help them organize their shelves and prepare for service. Then the next thing is we went over to Aravipi Farms, where we worked on different farm activities, working out in the orchard, building trails, making a stone bridge over the river, and just doing kind of physical activity outside. It is absolutely wonderful. I mean, it was so great because this is our first trip that we've ever had this year at all, from retreats or any service trips of any sort. So it was great to see the kind of the gathering, having fun, doing service, and getting back to that sense of normalcy.
Now, onto an important message on texting and driving. Some of you may not know, but it recently became a law to not text while driving. Our own NDP community was impacted heavily 2 years ago when the husband of NDP's alumna, Deanna Townsend, was struck and killed on the 101 by a driver who was texting. I sat down with Scottsdale police officer Robert Katzgroff to learn more about the new law that went into effect early January.
On Tuesday, January 8th, I received one of the worst texts of my life. I was at Kairos and my best friend texted me, and the text read, 911, serious, Clayton in an accident, heading to the hospital, please pray.
This is the last call for Officer Clayton Townsend, badge 307. 307. (307) 990-2307. Negative contact with 307.
So the law states that in Arizona now, you have to use your cell phone hands-free, meaning you cannot text and you cannot make calls while holding that phone. You cannot use your phone in any way holding it. The only exception to that rule is you can touch the buttons if it's mounted to use your GPS or navigation system, and you can make an emergency call to the police department, a 911 call if there's an emergency. But outside of that, the phone needs to be put away or put on a hands-free mounting system so that you can only use voice commands, nothing else. So we've had this law for about 18 months, but now as of January 1st, the law about texting and driving is an offense that you can receive a citation for. That comes with a $75 penalty for the first one, $150 for the second one, and it can keep going on up. as well as affect your license as far as your driving privilege could be suspended. Remember, phones down, eyes up, just drive.
Phones down, eyes up, just drive.
So, Saints, hopefully you better understand now how fast your life and others can change when you pick up that phone while driving. Just don't do it. It can wait.
That is for sure, Carlo. It's a sad story, but it's also good to hear that the legislation is now in place to help protect drivers and pedestrians. All right, let's switch topics and now talk about a brand new class being offered next year. You'll also be excited to hear who's teaching it. NDP is offering a new half-credit elective next year for each semester called the Ethics, Cultures, and Principles Seminar, taught by our very own Coach Marcos. This seminar will examine the meaning and history of ethics and morality, dating all the way back to biblical times and how they have evolved over the centuries through various cultures like ancient Greece, ancient Japan, Native American culture, and now during modern times. This seminar will push you to think outside the box, question principles and conduct, and seek answers that matter as we navigate through life. So if you're looking to become a wiser individual while enhancing your moral character, sign up for this exciting new class next year. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Coach Marcos.
That is super exciting. Thanks, Coach Marcos. Now, for house news. The NDP House System will be hosting a school-wide bracket tournament. House points will be given based on participation and bracket accuracy. Gift cards will be given to the top finishers. Teachers are encouraged to enter as well.
I can't wait to participate in this. However, there are specific instructions on how to create your bracket. Please visit ndpsaints.org/the-scoop to learn how.
We also want to give a special shout out to St. Michael House and the best house on campus, St. Ignatius House. They were just announced as House of the Month for the month of February. St. Michael House voted to donate the cost of a treat to feed my starving children. Thank you for your sacrifice during this Lenten season, and thank you for giving up to give to others.
If you didn't know, March is Women's History Month. To celebrate, NDP's Diversity Student Union decided it would be fun to highlight a few women who have influenced our world. The first, Dorothy Day. She was an American journalist, social activist, and anarchist who became a Catholic Christian without abandoning her social and anarchist activism. Then, there's Aretha Franklin. Did you know that she was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987? She won the Grammy for Best Soul Gospel Performance and even sang at Martin Luther King's funeral. And the famous Saint Joan of Arc. She led the French army to victory over the English at the age of 18. She was captured a year later and burned at the stake by the English and their French collaborators. She was canonized a Roman Catholic saint more than 500 years later on May 16, 1920.
Now for your sports highlights. We want to give a huge shout out and congratulations to our NDP hockey team. Last Friday, sophomore Tyler Posh scored the go-ahead goal with 8:09 left in the third period, and the Notre Dame Prep D1 hockey team held on to complete the comeback victory 2-1 over Pinnacle at the Oceanside Ice Arena in the Arizona High School Hockey Association D1 State Championship. The NDP hockey program had 4 players named to the All-Arizona team, with 14 earning D1 and D3 All-State honors. Cade Gramlich, Carson Curry, AJ Fryer, and AJ Martin received the All-Arizona selection.
The girls' soccer team advanced to the AIA 4A semifinals with a 1-0 victory over Walden Grove Saturday at Bemis Field. Notre Dame got the only goal they needed from Peyton Lane on an assist by Annika Smith at the 26-minute, 23-second mark of the first half. Sophomore Charlotte Adams had a hat trick to lead Notre Dame to a 5-0 win over Cactus in the playoff opener in the first round.
The boys' soccer season ended on Saturday in a 1-0 loss to number 4 Saguaro in the AIA 4A state quarterfinals. Senior Liam McSherry had 2 second-half goals to help NDP win their AIA 4A state first-round playoff game 4-2 over Tucson Canyon del Oro.
The Notre Dame boys basketball team took a 10-point first-half lead and led at halftime before top seed St. Mary's took the lead in the second half for a 54-42 victory. The Saints, who are in the number 16 seed and in the playoffs for the first time since 2012-2013, finished their seasons at 9-8. Senior Andrew Fitzgerald was one of the 4 Saints earning a 4A West Valley All-Region player, announced after a vote of the region coaches.
The girls basketball team fell in their AIA 4A quarterfinals to number 2 seed Mesquite, 36-32. They posted a 48-22 win over number 12 seed Combs to open the AIA 4A state playoffs. Junior Charlotte Kelman led the team with 14 points, and the Saints posted a strong defensive effort to defeat the Coyotes, which actually leads us to this week's Saints of the Week. That's right, this week's Saints of the Week and our athletic highlights are a double combo. That's because the 4A West Valley champion Notre Dame Prep girls basketball team was well represented on the all-region teams and the region honorees selected by the coaches. Senior Olivia Pouts was named the Region Player of the Year, and head coach Del Mims was selected the Coach of the Year. Overall, the Saints had 5 players on the all-region teams.
Some things that led to our success this season and why we made it so far was definitely the team. Like, we don't have that many girls, but if you think of the positives of that, you know, we have less, we can become like a tighter team, get to know everybody. You know, there's 5 seniors on the team, that's almost half the team, and I've been playing with them all 4 years. So we had a really close bond, and our coach, we got a new coach, all new coaching staff this year, and they just brought so much positivity to the team, and that pushed us further and further into like the playoffs and stuff. So we started, you know, training and working out. Of course, dairy workouts, every sport here does dairy workouts, and that definitely helped us become a strong team, and that also helped us a lot defensively. We were a great defensive team this year. We get up and down the court quick, so starting earlier than other high schools, you know, training in the gym and being able to get in definitely helped us in the long run.
Congratulations, Coach Mims and Olivia, for being this week's Saints of the Week.
Hey seniors, don't forget, the class of 2021 and Evening Under the Lights Senior Prom event is happening Saturday, April 24th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Scottsdale Stadium, the Fieldhouse. The cost is $85 per person, and 1 guest per senior is allowed. It is formal attire and masks are required. To purchase tickets and reserve your spot, just go to ndpsaints.org/senior prom.
We want to thank Black Rock Coffee at Thompson P. Cabell for being our official sponsor for NDP Live's video announcements.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this week. Until next time, Saints.
See you next week.